More like, hello and welcome to another director's commentary coming to you large and in charge from your television monitor system. I'm Dustin Klein, and today's episode is Why Do You Need a Gravel Bike, or something like that. It's the latest Everything's Been Done, which comes out every Thursday at 1 p.m. PST, and appropriately timelined wherever country you dwell in. Without further ado, shall we jump into this fantastic experience? Let us do it. Let us do it.
The Super Bowl, and the Adventure Squad and I are super excited about it.
Yeah, I thought maybe I would make the whole episode like Super Bowl themed, but nobody's really into the Super Bowl, so I don't know. Just it did what it had to do.
And some old growth forest.
Which was the best part.
The question is, what size tires should I take on these unknown roads? Is it a 45C, a 2.1 650?
Did any of you see the live stream that I did setting up the tires, the Bruce Gordon tires? You may have seen it. It was over 2 hours long of me struggling right here in this very location to get a pair of Bruce Gordon Rockin' Roads onto the Villier Yenica, the white bike. And those tires, I ride on this ride. So this was kind of acting, you know, like, oh, I don't even remember why. Truth be told, I just started to get kind of stoned. I had an edible about an hour ago and forgot that I had it, and now I remembered. So, Space Cadet Dustin Klein tuning in from Spacetron 75. Are we still go for director's commentary? You want to keep it under 3 hours long? Well, no promises. We're just going to try and get through this one. How's that? Where was I? So, I figured I knew that I was going to ride those rockin' roads the whole time. And yeah, but yeah, the fucking fenders though, the stupid, whatever. Let's see what happens with this story, shall we? Good transition. I'm proud of that one with the drum into these new glasses. That was a little sloppy, the head bob in, but you know, can't win them all. This, okay. Do not hold me to this. Subtle consciously in the back of my mind, I'm trying to do some kind of animation in every episode. So this was my animation for this episode. The titles are kind of straightforward enough to animate. They give it a little pizzazz. I want to do more of the like 2D on live action. So like, if you've seen any of my Instagram stories, I'll animate some of the photos to hype the shows. Follow me on Instagram at DustinKlein_. But there, that would give you an example of, you know, like if it goes over the glasses, like bing. But I get so stressed for time when I crank through these episodes that adding this whole other thing, like, oh, now I'm going to bring it into the animation program and like try to learn how to do that real quick. I like everybody else, tangent. I like to pack my time with as much as I can because, I don't know, that's how you know you're living a full life and running away from any problems that you may or may not probably do have. So, okay. What are we doing here? I'm just staring at those animations. Dude, Chris B hooked it up. I would have brought only one and he kept saying bring both. I brought both, used both, and was very grateful I brought both of those because the weather on this ride was insane. Look how sunny and beautiful it is. Just wait, just wait. Hey, how you guys like my hair? I did that one on purpose. Been fucking with a little more slow-mo recently. Feel like it adds a little touch. This is a longer episode too.
Last week. No, these are different tires. Terravale.
Oh.
Cannonball.
I think he says cannonballs, Terravale cannonballs.
Kind of standard, middle of the road gravel tires.
Yeah, just like I should test those. I'll make a note.
I'm also working with some new tire meat today. I'm testing out the Bruce Gordon Rockin' Roads. 43 claim, measuring out to 41. 700C. So far, so good.
Yeah, those tires they're pretty fucking comfortable. I'm just saying, like, they were a goddamn nightmare to set up, but once they're set up, they're pretty awesome. So, and the cultness, they're like cult classic supreme. They're just like cool on several different levels, not just like fancy haircut cool. Also, because we're doing a director's commentary, I'm going to try to talk about this video that we're looking at right here. I like this theme of asking Ron what kind of gravel we're on. I'm basically baiting him to get like cool phrases. Like a great example is Gnar carpet. That's like really loamy, single track, kind of early spring, sort of mossy oak kind of vibes. I guarantee you he doesn't watch these commentaries, so he'll never know that that's my ultimate life goal, really. Come on, play, please.
It's logging slime.
I think he was in a little bit of a bad mood that day. Sometimes he gets in bad moods. It's okay. We all get in bad moods.
Hey, Chris,
Logging slime is a pretty good answer.
You got it?
Chris saved the day. Thanks, buddy. That snow rain had so much atmosphere. And look at how messy it is all of a sudden now. Okay, so at this point in the ride, Ron's like, he left his rain jacket in the car. Which I understand, because when we were starting up, it was sunny and warm. We're like, whoa, it's going to be a spring day today. Boom. Opposite of spring. Oregon coast is notorious for moody weather. You go up, it gets gnarly. It's just the way it is. So, long-winded way to get to the point. So Ron didn't bring a rain jacket, or I don't know, he just wasn't prepared for it. So he's like, ugh. I think ultimately he would have been fine because this was the crappiest part, and then it stopped after it. But it got pretty intense for a minute there. It was cold. And dude, look at all the shake dry jackets. Insane. I heard there's some good shake dry sales happening online right now. I just keep hearing about it. So if you want one, hunt.
Advise extreme caution. Okay. If digits start freezing, make sure to put them in orifices quickly.
He says put them in orifices quickly, and then he says I got nothing left. Some of that was kind of hard to hear, but Peter's pretty funny on that. I like that. He's a ham. He likes to ham it up. I like the hams. Look at this fucking weather. So what the camera sees, that's pretty much what it looks like for anyone that wears glasses. I feel like it adds to the reality of it, though. I'm screaming, is this thing on? I'm giving it all she's got. Chunder. So wet, so cold. But those tires look good on that bike, too.
Nothing like putting your rain jacket on after you've already soaked your first layer. Just trap that cold, wet water underneath your rain jacket. Ugh.
Yeah, it sucks at the moment, but then you heat up and it's kind of like whatever. It's no different than sweat. Oh, I prompted Chris to chart. I was like, out of the saddle, push it real fast. And that transition from the shaky camera to the harmonica, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes it just falls into place. If it ever happens, it's because it fell into place. Did you see Chris going all squirrely there? That's why I say it's getting crazy out here. Because we were like,
he headed back to warmth and comfort. The rest of us.
do you notice how oddly I said all of that? It was like
Hey, where is everybody?
skipping words around and shit. We're gonna rain. We're gonna keep raining or riding.
It's very wet out here. It's
Proud of that
very
transition
wet.
too.
All right, today's snack attack. We got.
Okay, this is some dumb inside thing. A lot of times we'll group up to just meet up at certain points in the ride, and often the group will be ahead of me and they'll be like already talking or something, and then I'll roll up and it's just like a time to film something. So I'll be in my head. I'll think, oh, I want to utilize this time because they're talking about something else. So then I'll be like, I don't know, I'll talk about my food or something. Like today's Frugal Gourmet is brought to you by Bib Condition Pod Pocket, I don't know, whatever. And it almost always happens. It stops the conversation and then they all turn back and look at me in silence. And then I'm like on stage all of a sudden while the goal is to be like, oh, I'm going to do this thing real quick because they're distracted. It's so annoying. I don't know how to, I think I just need to be further away. I don't know if I'll ever learn that one. I'll just keep doing it. And then Ron made rice balls for everybody, and I didn't get one. But also, they seem kind of weird.
When he got out of his car today.
It was like salmon pink, like spam pink.
Did you get one too?
Doug got
Like
one.
sushi rice with chocolate, mushrooms in here, and some chia. It looks like, man.
It sounds weird.
How are
I
you-
don't know.
How is yours? Did you get? Oh,
I don't want all the flavors at once. I want sweet and then I want savory. Actually, reverse that is how I prefer it. I thought that shot was cool, like beautiful creek and then Doug bless in.
I think it's the Washington icebergs.
You know,
This is the New Orleans Magicals.
the Madrigals. None of us obviously watch football. We were doing this while the whole Super Bowl is. And look at the size of Devin's goddamn fanny pack. It's so fucking big. And it's ripping, I think, because it's so fucking big.
Should we cut out the ups because the rain's not the... Well, okay, we're gonna just keep rain riding. Bring the rain.
I should have just said we're just going to keep raining. My wife thought that was funny, which made my day.
I need to eat all my food right now. Are you guys feeling
I was burnt out on this ride. It was like 25 miles in. Let's eat all our food now. The slow-mo, I'm figuring it out.
Topic most cyclists need to know.
I didn't know about half-wheeling. Did you?
And you're constantly staying
I didn't.
a half a wheel ahead of them. So the person that you're riding next to is constantly trying to get even with you, and you're constantly staying one half wheel ahead of them. That's the version of half wheeling that sucks when you're on a
So it drives pace.
Because then it's like a constant push of the pace faster and faster and
Which is
faster.
obnoxious.
Everything has to do with antisocial behavior.
But then, isn't the move to just let motherfucker go? Go ahead. Go be a tough guy. Like, goodbye. Like, there's, with some personality types, there's this ingrained must chase the white rabbit. Like, there's some fucking greyhound DNA embedded in their little minds where they're like, oh, that guy's the fastest. I got to catch them. And I'm guilty of this also. But I'd like to think I can turn it on and off. Like, I'm not always. There's some people that just, it doesn't matter. It's like a primal instinct. If someone's charging, it's like people can't help but blast right along with it or right after them. I don't know. You know.
I blame my dad. Yeah.
And then that was the joke, like Freudian joke. Everything's all because of our parents.
15% grade for 2 miles or some shit. Wait,
It was so steep.
there?
That looked way crazier in real life. And there's 2 waterfalls in the middle of this giant hill. How can be? The music makes the mood right here. And that section was awesome, Rowdy. Straight into this epic view. And come on. Pocket pizza. Calling to the pocket pizza gods. I had to go up and back to get the shot. And so shots like that mean I'm riding by myself because everyone else is like, good luck playing with your fucking camera. Which I don't mind. Then I can like, I'm into those shots too. Talk to the camera is way easier when no one's around. This transition.
Hey, can I tell you about my new glasses? I'm so stoked on them. They're prescription,
that.
single vision, in some crazy.
Almost feels like an ad.
technology.
It's not an ad. I do get an affiliate link from it,
They're
but
legit.
I just fucking like the
Look it up.
I like
If you want any
glasses.
info on them, I put a link below. I'm
So
just
that-
like a glasses nerd.
It's kind of like my way to butter up Sports RX so that I can be like, hey, maybe I need another pair because I fucking American and never
The
enough.
forest is the oldest growth forest in Oregon.
This is
They call it Valley
might
of the
be
Giants.
pretty. I'm pretty sure that's
It's
true.
Madrigal.
I'm pretty sure
Research right
everything.
here.
Asterisk
Also,
everything.
subsequently, one of the wettest areas of Oregon.
And it was raining. It was just
Makes sense.
damp.
Trees
Look at
like
those
rain.
fucking mossy trees. And the size of that goddamn tree. This section was gnarly in real life. Devin is a shredder. A shredder. And for some reason, I need to stop the thing. And I'm sorry if I keep blasting the mic. Maybe it's a little too close to me because I'm getting excited. Several people on Instagram, which is even weirder because it's always, you know, that means they're paying attention on YouTube and then commenting on Instagram, said, is Devin bummed that he couldn't skinny dip? Why Devin? Everyone's, several people, maybe that's 3 people, specifically pointed out, oh no, these were in the comments. Edible I was telling you about. It confuses my depth perception. No, in the comments, there was like 3 people that were like, is Devin bummed he couldn't skinny dip? And I was like, what? I don't understand. Like, that's funny. I love that comment, but I don't understand what prompted that for several people. Why Devin? Why not me? I don't know. Why not Chris? these happen all the time in like epic forest, but damn, that one is so good. That tree is just life feeds on life, feeds on death. I don't know. It's fucking cool.
How skinny the little walkway is.
And then I don't know.
Okay, today's crepe excursion.
Hey, I finally talked about the
Smoked
food.
salmon, roasted Brussels sprouts,
Yep.
and minted chev. And
No, it was like a
may or may not be lost,
floral chev.
but you know.
It was okay. And then Peter was just dancing by himself.
Now we're dork rumbling. Doug's showing me how to do it. Apparently I was doing it wrong this whole time.
Love that. Love that. Hilarious and perfectly well done, Doug. Well done. Look at how brutal that tree is. That tree's like 8 feet wide. Probably 7, 8. I don't know. It's huge. Like that thing. I told them to do that. I prompt people often. I'll be like, hey, I'll listen to the...
After that
That drum beat?
excursion, everyone got a little
Try
bit
that one.
anxious about how much time we have left before the sun sets. So now we're
Everyone was like, whoa, this forest is awesome. And then they're like, we gotta fucking go. Actually, Peter was like Dr. Time sensitive. He's like, it took us 18 hours to get here. We've got to get back in 3 hours because we've got to go. And then everyone else was like, we've got to go. Because he was right. But it was funny. And then it was like,
halfway
okay,
through this ride,
cha.
30 miles, right smack dab in the
Am
middle.
I rambling?
Almost fell.
Hold on here.
I almost died there
Line it
for
back before
real.
the sun sets.
It was just like, oh, I don't even remember what it was. I just remember the moment of like, oh, I didn't. Your mind's like, oh, I didn't go down. Oh, thank God. Hey, the space bar doesn't like me right now. It's a glitch. I think that conveys how intense that descent is. Look at how filthy. Everybody had fenders but me. And the reason I didn't was because of those Bruce Gordon tires. Because I wanted to try them. I was just excited. And I paid the price. You should see that bike now.
Hey, Doug.
Yo,
Hey, why
Froze
did you
into a
decide magic
vat
carpet
of
ride
cement
for today?
across it.
mostly because I didn't know what we were getting ourselves into.
Listen to his old man answer.
Kind of like, might as well just be
Wait for
on the
it.
safe side to protect my knees and my back. And I haven't been on it in a little bit. So
My
it's still
knees and
good.
my back and my crack, which is actually one of the reasons Doug got that bike. He was having knee pain from riding so much gravel, and I think it's from riding all the impact, which I've had similar issues with the palm of my hand on my left hand. Who cares which side it's on? From just like just getting like it's what did the doctor call it? Just trauma, short impact trauma. Short impact trauma sounds good to me. Okay. All right. But that bike is fucking cool. I really would love to try one. I don't know. I'm sure they're like kind of slow and heavy though. That's the the trade-off. And then I keep thinking about this salsa cutthroat. I'm trying.
3 hours, 50 minutes, 38
Hey,
miles
the animated
in.
maps. I'm
We
working
are
on it,
slogging
baby.
it.
When are we home? How much daylight do we have left?
Good job, Peter. That was perfect for that spot of the talking.
I think we're both pretty fracked out at this point. We still got a ways to go.
I was
We had
over
this
it at mile
forward eat.
25.
Those guys left.
I don't know if the running, my trail running, is getting in the way. His Luna bar was rock hard. It was probably a Will bar. You see his hat. I think they're team sponsored. Oh, okay. Here's some insider pointless thing. That waterfall is where that no skinny dipping sign's actually from, which is in Falls City, Falls Creek, Falls. I forget the name of the town we were in. Short Falls, Newfoundland, Falls City, Oregon. It definitely is not a city. There's like 4 things there. And they all drive big ass trucks and have Trump stickers on them.
This climb just keeps going.
That climb is fucking intense. And it's at I say this too, at the end of this big ass ride, or at the end of this ride, it was a grinder. But, subtle brag, I was the first one up. And actually, here's a little thing. In case Devin's watching. Devin is always the strongest guy on the ride. And I was ahead of him on this climb, and I heard him like partway up the climb, starting to kind of catch up to me. And in my head, I was like, no way, buddy, not today. So I laid down the law, put all my eggs in one basket, and shuffled my skinny little ass up that hill. And then I was the first one on top of that hill, and I don't know. My ego didn't really even feel that good. It just was what it was.
And going, and at the end of this long ride, and I just don't know what I don't know. Help.
I don't know what else to do or to translate the intensity of a big long climb,
Don't be
except
like me.
complain about it.
Defender. It's a dangerous, dirty life out there.
That bike
End
is,
up a
I was so
disgusting
filthy.
hot
Dude,
mess.
this stuff is still filthy. I haven't even
neighborhood bicyclist.
cleaned it yet.
Fenders save
I didn't know what to say.
lives.
I was like, I filmed that like 3 times too. And I was like, fenders save lives. I just kept saying the same thing. But I wanted it to be like, fenders save pants. I don't know, but pants. That sounds dumb. Saves apparel. Oh, doesn't quite roll off the tongue. I'm learning those time lapses really help. Just kind of break it up. And then I began to freeze to death. That was
The
Devin.
route goes that way. We think
Yep.
everybody else went that way.
They
So
did.
Devin into the unknown with the closed gate.
Everyone else blew past this turn. And Devin's just such a beast. He's like, okay, there was also 1 hour of light left at this point. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, game over. Like, I want out. Like, I'm done with the bike ride. Like, we did the bike ride. That's what the last 10 hours was for. Now it's time to go home. Devin's like, let's keep going. Let's. Yeah. And I learned something from some of the comments were like, did Devin make it? And I did. I even saw him at the end of the ride, and I just didn't think about it. You get so zorched out after the ride that you're just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'll run out of energy to put towards making the story. Because I've just, you're so depleted. You're just like, ugh, I just want to be warm and, like, not hungry.
Broken down Volkswagen bug gravel.
Did anybody else get that? He's like, I'm going to take broken down Volkswagen bug gravel. Like, when they saw this the first time, does anybody else understand what he was getting at? He'll
As
explain.
opposed to Cadillac?
Okay. I missed out on that one.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
This descent was crazy long, too. Many miles. Many, many miles.
Okay, we made it back.
Freezing.
I'm freezing.
Because all that sweat
Everything
and
is
water.
wet.
Oh, it was mostly the sweat from that big ass climb. Oh, and just like your feet were wet from just
I
getting
got
rained on
so
and shit all
cold from
day.
that damn descent. So
the
I don't
Oregon
know. I
coast
don't know why I
is
decided
ill.
to tell you. I just wanted to let you know. Please feel my pain.
I
Please
think this
open the
worked.
door for me.
That's
Dexterity
funny.
Limited. Send help.
If for some reason I think the send help is funny when I do it, and I never really know after the fact when I edit it if it is funny or not. Like, huh? I just don't know what else to say.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
And always trying to make it seem like crazier, dumber, and hopefully somehow accidentally funnier than it actually is.
Okay. That experience was full on. A big day. The numbers aren't that big, but man, it sure felt like an epic experience.
Oh, okay. This is another thing. On days where everyone's just over it at the end, and it, cold. Like if it was raining, it would be a similar thing. People just like kind of like just go. They're just like, oh, ride's done later. Like there's not a lot of like hanging out or like see you soon. Sometimes most people will say goodbye, but it's never expected. And it's funny how like on this ride, everyone just like change clothes and they're just like later, later. And I was like, I'm cold. I gotta film stuff. Like I don't know what to do. Yeah, okay.
And it was an epic experience.
But I did just saw Devin right after this, and I should have been like, you made
The
it.
ghost town, we couldn't find it. It was such a ghost town that we don't even. but
We
the
did ask
old
several
growth
people about it
forest,
too.
Oh, so special.
Hey, if anybody has an opportunity to go to any kind of old growth forest, I highly suggest it. Whether it's a day trip or building a vacation around it, it's that good. It feels good. That good. And basically, I'm ranting like that so that I somehow maybe listen to myself and I'll be like, we should go on vacation. Where should we go? And I'll be like, remember when I was yelling at the viewer to go to the forest?
And the ride by the numbers.
Oh, I got a question for you. What do you think? So a thing I say on the channel a lot is like the tree quota, fulfilling the tree quota. Do you guys ever do this? And have you noticed? I guess the answer, Well, just ask the damn question before you answer it for them. Okay? Okay. Do you ever do that? Do you specifically make a point to get your tree quota filled? And subsequent question, do you notice how damn good it feels? It's like breathing, well, it is breathing the freshest of air. It just feels good, and just being around all these awesome living things that are above and below you. You're completely surrounded by living life. It's, I like the trees.
Oh my God. 5 hours, 21 minutes rolling time.
Which for some reason right now doesn't seem that long, but it was all day. I should probably start doing elapsed time also, because it's just hilarious. It's like 12 hours. Like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah. Well, 9. Okay, this started at, we met at 9, and then I think we ended around 4. Yeah, 4, because it was going to get dark. 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 hours. That's still a long time.
And 6,412 feet of elevation. That's
a lot of climbing.
That's a good ratio. All right.
Oregon Coast Range is I remembered this from a previous video. I don't need to pause it because we should just put the volume. And someone was like, I loved how you do the thing at the end. So it kind of streamlines making the video too. Just like on that, this is on that massive descent, just like cruising along, like, oh, I'm going to film some things. And I think it works pretty good. It looks a little different. It's streamlined. I don't know. You get to see my weird jacket, which I tried to give away to Ron, and he wouldn't take it because it wouldn't fit him. And then I promptly decided to keep it because it matches the Delica and the Yenica, the white bike. There it is. That's it. Ooh, good God. Hey, we did it. If you have any questions about things, let me know in the comments. I think I'm kind of too stoned now to keep doing this. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to... What am I doing? Why am I tethered to... Can I keep these... If you like these director's commentaries, the channel membership, right up your alley. Early access. I've been doing a weekly EBD entry. If you like this crazy shit, it is that times 10, and it's once a week, and it's just for you. And I say things I shouldn't say because... I don't know. It feels, it is exclusive. It's like, it's our special time. And it's kind of like this place where I like to think of it like a sci-fi diary. Okay, I'm tangenting. If there's anything you liked here, like button. You guys are already subscribed. All right, I love you guys. Dustin Klein, signing off. And then I got to find the right button. I know.